Good evening friends, welcome to CS Academy. Myself Mr. Sukumar. Today we will discuss about some of the important topics is related to the strength of materials. What is pressure and stress, and how pressure leads to the stress, and difference between engineering stress and true stress, and at the same time engineering strain and true strain with help of the stress strain curve. Okay, now we will start stress. What is meant by stress? Actually, stress is equal to resistance load by original cross sectional area, and at the same time pressure is equal to load by area. Both the units will be same. The load or force units will be newtons and area units will be meter square. And in the same manner, load or force units will be newtons and the area units will be meter square. And one thing is that stress may be either tensile stress, either compressive stress, or it is also called as normal stress, and at the same time shear stress also. But the pressure always it will be normal and compressive. Now we will see how it will be normal and compressive, and how it will be, all of you, tensile or compressive stress or normal stress and shear stress. Stress term only related to the solids. That means, and most of the cases in solids only we are discussing about the stress, and in strength of material subjects at that time in only are discussing about the stress. In design of machine elements and DMM1 and DMM2 you are discussing about the stress terms, but nowhere come across pressure term will be come across. Only the pressure term it is related to the liquids and gases, and that means in the fluids, in the fluid mechanics and thermal engineering and heat transfer, some this is the terms we will see in pressure terms. And one more difference is stress may be zero or not. Okay, suppose you take a one example. Suppose if it is a one body, if you apply force on a body, that body will, it changes its distance. That means it changes its position. In this case, there is no stress will be induced. What is meant by stress? Stress is equal to resisting force. That means here it is not resisting anything, just it is just moving from one place to the other place. That means there is no stress induced on a body. That means it is not resisting anything, the stress is not developed in a body. That means it is no stress developed on a body. And you take a other case, suppose it is a fixed and otherwise it is a flow, it is a one body or it is a solid body. Now you are apply force on a body, that you are apply force on the top of the body, that means it is resisting that force. That means when it is applying force on a body, it is resisting that force. Whenever it is resisting that force means resistance force will be there. That means stress is equal to resistance force. Resistance force per unit area. That means the stress will come to picture. That means here in this case stress will come to picture, here that stress will not come to picture. That means most of the people they are thinking that each and every case whenever you are applying stress, whenever you are applying force, the stress comes, but always it is not possible based upon the situation. If the body is moving condition, there is no stress applied. If the body is only in resisting condition, in resisting condition only stress come to picture. And in the solids all molecules are tightly packed. This is the molecules, it is in the solids, it is happens in this case. Now coming to the pressure, pressure actually, pressure is equal to load by area. That means load is equal to pressure force. You can simply write it as a pressure force. Pressure force is equal to pressure into area. Now you observe this, this is a gas cylinder. In the gas cylinder, this is a gas molecules. That means here you can observe this, here in the solids these all molecules are tightly packed. Now here the molecules are not tightly packed, the molecules are freely, they are moving from one place to other place, and each and every molecule it is acting some pressure on a cylinder walls. That means this is a normal part and this is one normal part, and this is normal part, this is normal part, and this is normal part, this is normal part, this is normal, and the pressure it is always acting normal to the surface, normal to the body. When the pressure it is normal to the body, and finally it is compresses the body. That means pressure acting normal and compresses the body. That's we are discussing that stress it is related to the either tensile, either compressive, either shear, but pressure it will be a normal and compressive in nature. That is the difference between the pressure and stress, and some more differences. Here, in case gas molecules are maintain some gap and solid molecules they are tightly packed, and here the gas cylinder they can resist the cylinder, and whenever it is resisting it, immediately the stress is coming to picture. That means the pressure it is leads to the stress. That means whatever the gas molecules will be there, these gas molecules acting some pressure on a cylinder walls, and the cylinder walls again they offering some resistance. This offering resistance, that means the cylinder wall feels some stress. That means pressure leads to stress. This is the pressure leads to the stress concept. And next one is a stress is a tensor quantity and pressure is a scalar quantity. And what is the similarities between the stress and pressure? Only the units will be same, and the pressure leads to the in circumferential stress or hoop stress, in longitudinal stress in pressure vessels. This is the because of this pressure vessels only we are liquids and gases will come to picture. In that case only the pressure it leads to the stress. In that case the pressure it is related to the pressure force it is related pressure it is leads to the circumferential or hoop stress or longitudinal. Now come to the engineering stress and strain, to stress and strain. That means engineering stress is equal to, it is represented by a sigma resistance load by original cross sectional area. That means resistance load P and original cross sectional area A naught. And to stress is equal to stress is represented by sigma suffix T resistance load by instantaneous area. What is meant by A means it is a instantaneous area. Now you consider this is a one rod like this. This is a rod. Initially it is having a length L0. That means it is a original length, it is L0, and it is the cross sectional area. Original cross sectional area is A0. This is when it is in no load condition. That means you are not applying any load. Suppose if you apply a load here, whenever you are applying the load, automatically the length will be increases, the area will be decreases. That means the length it is increases, it is to final length or it is a instantaneous length, and it is changes from original length. That means it is changes L0 plus delta L. That means Li you can represent it as L0 plus delta L whenever you are applying load condition. From this Li equal to instantaneous length and final length, it is represented as Li is represented as L0 plus delta L, where what is L0? L0 is equal to original length, and what is delta L? Delta L is equal to change in length. That means some extra length. That means now you observe this, L0 is greater than Li is greater than L0, and Ai is less than A0. That means area decreases, length increases. Whatever it happens, but volume remains constant. That means volume is not changing anywhere. That means original volume is equal to final volume or instantaneous volume. Volume is not changing. That means you consider this formula A0 L0 is equal to Ai Li. That means finally Ai is equal to, whenever you leave it as Ai is equal to A0 L0 by Li. Now you consider what is Li? Li is equal to L0 plus delta L, and you take this A0 by Ai equal to A0 by Ai is equal to Li by L0. That means just you manipulate the things, best multiplication and divisions, and you take this. What is Li? Li is equal to, what is Li means instantaneous length is equal to L0 plus delta L. From the diagram, L0 plus delta L by L0, L0 by L0 and plus delta L by L0. That means engineering strain is equal to change in length by original length. Change in length is represented as delta L, original length is represented as L naught. That means engineering strain is equal to delta L by L naught. Finally, you use this equation, A naught by AI is equal to Li by L naught is equal to L naught gets cancelled. That means it is a 1, and delta L by L naught is equal to E. That means finally the formula comes like this: A naught by AI is equal to Li by L naught equal to 1 plus E. That means 1 plus engineering strain. That means A naught by AI is equal to L naught by Li by L naught is equal to 1 plus E. Okay, I will use this equation in further words. For time being, you keep it here. Now come to the engineering stress. Engineering stress is represented as a sigma. It is equal to load by original area. That means P by A naught. That means sigma is equal to P by A naught. Now come to the true stress. True stress is defined as load by instantaneous area. Load by instantaneous area. Instantaneous area means AI. That means P by AI. That means P by AI is equal to P. What is AI? AI equal to A naught into L naught by Li. Already we are discussed about the when AI comes at that point. And P by A naught equal to Li by L naught. That means Li by L naught means Li by L naught, how you can represent Ln by L naught equal to 1 plus E. That means P by A naught is equal to engineering stress and Li by L naught equal to 1 plus E. That means just only substituting this equation, Li by L naught is equal to 1 plus E. Just Li by L naught in the place of 1 plus E. Finally, 2 stress is equal to engineering stress into 1 plus engineering strain. That means 2 stress is equal to engineering stress plus 1 plus E. This is the formula for the 2 stress, and this is the formula for the engineering stress. And come to the engineering strain. Engineering strain equal to, last we are discussing, change in length by original length. That means change in length by original length, it is represented by epsilon. And come to the 2 strain, it is represented by epsilon suffix t. That means in 2 strain, that means each and every time the length will be changes. That means initially it is having a original length L naught and finally it is changes to instantaneous length Li. That means you take the integration from L naught to Li, it is length changes from dl to L. That means dl by L is equal to, according to the integration, log ln L Li L naught, you take this ln Li minus ln L naught. That means it is log A minus log B. It is log ln A by B. What is Li by L naught? Li by L naught, you consider Li by L naught point here. Li by L naught point, Li by L naught formula is 1 plus E. That means you can simply use this equation. Li by L naught is equal to 1 plus E. That means similarly you can represent it as a Li is instantaneous length, or it is also called as final length. Okay, finally Ln Lf by L naught. Finally this engineering strain equal to Ln 1 plus E, and at the same time you can write it as L naught, Li by L naught, you can represent it in this manner by using this Li by L naught. Use this, you can represent it as in terms of area wise A naught by A. Why I am telling means this is the gate formulas we are come across in metal forming applications. They can ask you in terms of area, and otherwise they can ask you in terms of lengths also. That's why I am telling you, for understanding this, you represent here in terms of, you can represent in terms of ln A naught by A. And you can also represent engineering strain to 2 strain represented as ln L final or L initial divided by instantaneous divided by L naught. Now we are using that engineering stress. Engineering stress, it is a normal formula. Normal stress, it is a stress is equal to load by area. That formula we are using here. And engineering strain is a normal strain. But what is the importance of 2 stress and 2 strain? Where we are using 2 stress and 2 strain? In all metal forming applications, like it is extrusion, forging, drying and bending operations, we are using a metal forming applications. We are using as a 2 stress and 2 strain calculation. That means in each and every case, based upon the original area and original length, we have to apply the loads. Suppose if the each and every time you are taking as a original area, you cannot apply that much load. That means based upon a original area, based upon a length, you have to consider the loads. That means in all practical situations, in extrusion, forging, in drying, metal forming applications, we are using as a 2 stress and 2 strain curve. And this is the relation between the 2 stress and 2 strain curve. Actually, engineering stress, it is directly proportional to the engineering strain, but here it is engineering stress is not directly proportional to the engineering strain. That means it is 2 stress, it is from proportionality directly proportional to the engineering strain whole to the power of n. For time being, you understood this equation. I will explain this why it like this. Okay. You can consider stress strain diagram. For time being, you understood this diagram. I will explain in further classes. This is a engineering stress and this is the engineering strain. Okay, you take a stress strain diagram. This is a proportionality point, this is the elastic limit, this is the upper yield point and lower yield point, this is the ultimate tensile strength point, this is the fracture point. And see here, in engineering stress, after reaching ultimate tensile strength point, the curve it is decreases. That means it is the curve it is going down. That means finally it indicates it is a stress decreases. But coming to here, it is the curve it is not decreases, the curve it is going upwards. Why the curve it is going upwards means, okay, when it is you are considering as a 2 stress and 2 strain. What is meant by 2 stress and 2 strain? 2 stress is equal to resisting load by instantaneous area. Whenever it is a instantaneous area, because of the application of the load, area will be decreases. Whenever it is area will be decreases, stress is equal to load by instantaneous area. When instantaneous area will be decreases, the stress will be increases. That means the stress goes on increases. See here, the stress goes on increases, the stress point is goes on increases. Finally, this is the failure point happens here. This is the reason behind this. In engineering stress, the curve it is knocking downwards, but here it is going upwards. Most of the people, you understood here, you put on attention. Clear why the curve is goes up? Because of that instantaneous area is goes on reduces. Whenever this area is goes on reduces, stress is goes on increases. That means it is just goes on, stress increases. You have to consider this. This is a reason behind this. This is actually stress is directly proportional to the strain, but 2 stress it is directly proportional to the 2 strain and exponential sum curve. That means it is exponential. It is exponential. That means it is removing this proportionality k into engineering strain into some exponential. This is the curve comes like this. This is the reason behind this. Now you understood one small problem on a 2 strain. Okay, you consider a rod of length 20 mm. It is stretched to make a rod of 40 mm and compressed to final length of 10 mm. That means in this process the length will be changes. That means length will be changes means the dimension will be changes. Now you find out the what is the total 2 strain in the bar. Okay, now I will explain this diagram. See here, first initially this is a one end is fixed, this is a rod. Initially what is the rod length? The rod length is 20 mm. Now what is this question they are giving? This rod is stretched to make a 40 mm. That means you are applying pulling load. Because of the pulling load, the rod is changes to 40 mm. That means initially it is a 20 mm. Now it is rod is making to 40 mm means 20 mm plus 20 mm. It is make it to 40 mm. And again there is a pulling load applied, pushing load applied. Again there is a pushing load applied. Again this 40 mm rod is changes to a 10 mm rod. That means here because of a pushing load, it is changes to a 10 mm. See here, initially originally the rod length is 20 mm. Finally the rod length is changes to the 10 mm. That means the strain will be happens. That means you have to calculate the 2 strain. You will not calculate engineering strain. You have to calculate the 2 strain. See here what they are asking. They are asking in 2 strain. That means you have to find out the 2 strain. Now what is the formula for 2 strain? The last we are discussing that 2 strain is represented as epsilon t ln LF by L naught. What is LF? LF is the final length, L naught is the original length. You can represent as instantaneous length. Now what is the instantaneous length? Finally this is the instantaneous length. And what is the original length? Original length is the L naught is 20 mm. That means you can consider 10 mm by 20 mm. It is 1 by 2. Ln of 1 by 2 is a 0.5. Engineering strain 2 strain equal to minus 0.693. This is in this manner you can find out the 2 strain. See here, this is relating about the 2 stress, 2 strain, engineering stress, engineering strain. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share your friends to CS Academy. Thank you for the watching.